You may be seated. All of you have my deepest appreciation for being here tonight to celebrate the life of my father, Patrick Flattery. As a true green Irishman, he would have wanted his wake to be a festive occasion. So we decided to make it a party, invite all of you here to share his memories. Father was a man of conviction and intense beliefs. His regular visits to Ireland brought joy to his life and reinforced the ties that have always bound him to the old sod. I've been loyal to my father for these many years, and I know that he took a little notice of the small fight we had yesterday. But he wasn't the type of man to carry a grudge. Still sad those were my last times. I'm certain that, though, in his will, that he left the nursery to me. I'll proudly assume ownership of the business which has been in my family for these past 100 years. I'll make my father proud of me because I believe that he can still see us today. Let me propose a toast to Patrick Flattery, family man and friend to all. His tragic accident cannot erase the memories of the one who is dear to all of us. Cheers. Cheers. To share some more words of my father is the man that he married a couple years ago, Fiona.
Thank you, Seamus. Anyway, Patrick, my dear love, I will miss you so much. The death of a spouse is a terrible thing. I know because I have been through this experience before. Because of Patrick's heart condition, I thought that I might lose him unexpectedly, but I never dreamt that it would be such an unlikely demise. He was liked by everyone, so his death must have been a horrible accident. I don't know why he went back to the nursery last night. Seamus has been a rock of Gibraltar today, and I couldn't love him more if he were my own flesh and blood. I know that he'll carry on the family tradition of growing the finest plants in the Blarney area. Patrick, you are a wonderful husband. What will I do now that you're gone?
Thank you, Fiona. Now to share some more words, my sister.
Actually, twin sister. My feelings towards my father are very personal, and I can't express them here in front of everyone. I'm trying to put all the pieces of yesterday into perspective, and I'm having a difficult time recalling exactly what happened. How could this have happened? I don't know. My heart goes out to you, Fiona. I know how it feels to lose someone who is so dear to you in an unforeseen accident. Somehow, I'm even closer to you after the events of last night. I only wish my father and I had resolved some of our more personal issues before his death. Certainly, I'll miss him. After all, he was my father.
My father had some interesting family in Ireland. Up next is his cousin to share a few words, the tallest leprechaun in the world.
Thank you for being here. 'Tis indeed a tragedy, my poor cousin. Insight into such things, I somehow knew that Patrick's death would be a wee bit strange. I know that I was meant to be here at this time, to be near my cousin as he passed into the world of spirits and unearthly powers. My month in Blarney has been a rare experience. Very, 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 very rare. But Patrick's death is a signal. Pardon? Patrick's death is a signal to me, a sign that my task will soon be completed. I now have some decisions to make. I will be consulting with me wee colleagues to find out what they would like me to do. Poor Patrick, if only you had understood what your actions would lead to. How'd I do?
It's good to know that not everyone from Ireland is crazy. I would like to invite a friend of mine, a co-worker who's worked in the nursery for quite a while, Kathleen, to share some words.
Patrick, your life had an impact on us all. Your death will affect us in different ways. I'd known Patrick for nearly 5 years. His moods, his feeling, the dedication he displayed when he became emotionally involved in a cause. I also know things will surely change at the nursery now that he's no longer with us. I'm pleased that I had a chance to drink a farewell toast with Patrick last night. It had a special meaning to me, and it was indeed fitting that he spent his last nights on earth with his family and friends. I don't know what I'll do now. Many things are happening. Patrick, I'll always remember you.
I have an idea what you're going to do now.
Here to share some words is someone who probably knew Patrick the shortest amount of time. Wonderful customer and also an enthusiast of the plants of Ireland, Megan.
I have only known Patrick Flaherty for the past 9 months, but I've grown to appreciate the intensity with which he lived his life. As many of you know, I love the flowers and plants of Ireland. So, once a week, I visit Flaherty's nursery to choose the best specimens as decoration for my flat in Blarney. Yesterday, I purchased cut flowers and a small pot of shamrocks for St. Patrick's Day. I understand the love and care that has gone into the nursery. The facilities are always spotless, and the new shamrock planters are a thing of beauty. The sprinklers are very efficient. I know that it's important to keep the beds moist to simulate the climate in Ireland. I was told that Rory designed and built the entire system. All of this, of course, is a tribute to Patrick Flaherty. I'll gladly join his friends and other family in saying that he will be missed.
Speaking of Rory, my father would probably like him to share some words. I don't understand his fascination or why he got to be in charge of the nursery, but here he comes to share some words.
First, I must propose a toast to the cause. Patrick was a good Republican and would have wanted it that way. Everyone join me. To the cause. I am grateful for the opportunity that Pat gave me at the nursery. He knew I wasn't experienced with flowers and plants, but he gave me a chance to prove myself. I feel as if I've known him all my life, and as though we met, even though we only met about 2 years ago in Ireland. Now I have an announcement. As of tomorrow, I am resigning my position at Flattery's. After Patrick's wake, I will be moving on. Thank you all for your friendship. I'll miss all of you, and I sincerely hope that we can keep in touch with each other. Kathleen, you in particular will be hearing from me. Goodbye, and may the cause of freedom be our unity and our strength.
Well, thank you guys all for coming. I appreciate this. We're going to have a chance.
We believe that Patrick Flaherty was murdered. Won't leave here until we find out who did it. I am Detective Dixie Hemingway, and I will be leading this investigation. I will need all of your help in solving this mystery. A few key facts to share with all of you. Patrick Flaherty's body was found in the pond in the nursery this morning. Police received an anonymous phone call reporting the death around 5:30 a.m. and believed that he was murdered. The call is currently being traced. Only one person committed this murder. This murder here on American soil involves people from the quote-unquote old sod, which complicates things quite a bit. Motive, means, and opportunity must be considered to solve this case. I need your help with this investigation. Help me by meeting and observing the individuals who have been spoken at the wake this evening. Remember, everyone is a suspect. Right now, I'll call in my buddies. We're going to detain these suspects, and the host would like to invite the rest of you to enjoy your dinner. My team and I have placed confidential evidence folders at each of your dinner tables. Please review the evidence carefully and take your time to bid on our silent auction items as well. Immediately following dinner, you will all have the opportunity to interrogate our suspects individually. Enjoy. To review the evidence, everyone I trust has had an opportunity to interview the suspects. At this time, based on the information that you've gathered, we welcome all of you to have an open question session with our suspects. Any members of the audience that have any questions that are yet unanswered to help come up with the solution is welcome to stand up. We'll bring a microphone to you. You may ask your question to the suspect, and the suspect must answer truthfully. Also, I just want to let everyone know that we will be turning in answer sheets in about 15 minutes, 10 till 8. So be thinking about your answers between now and then. Excuse me. Also, please just take a moment right now to write your name on your answer sheet. Please. Also, at that time, we will let you break for a few moments just to wrap up silent auction. All of the silent auction will be turned in at the same time as our answer sheets. So you can check back on those precious things you've been bidding on all night long. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for our 7 suspects? You, sir. We know there was an anonymous report called in. Yes, so the question was, do we know who discovered the body? And the answer is there was an anonymous phone call made to the police. So we do not know who that was specifically.
This one's from Molly.
Question is for Molly.
Okay. Was your father with you when your husband died?
No. No, he wasn't with me. He didn't find out till I went back to Ireland that he had passed.
Was the caller a female or a male?
The caller that reported the anonymous tip was a female. Yes. In the back? No? Okay.
Kathleen, were you aware of the contraband and the money that was at the nursery?
I had no idea.
She had no idea that there was contraband at the nursery. Yes, you, back here. Give us just 1 second and we'll bring a microphone to you so everyone can hear.
Fiona, were you aware of the contraband?
I was not aware of any contraband.
What about the money?
I did not know of the money either.
And what about the documents?
No, nothing about the documents. I know nothing, apparently.
Do you know anything?
I know that I sleep through a lot.
Fiona knows that she sleeps through a lot. Okay. We have a question here.
Sean, what task was to be completed?
Sean, what task was to be completed?
I had to find the gold.
Oh. So you believe there was gold in the nursery?
Aye.
Okay.
Yes. Aye. That's
All right.
aye. That what yes means aye.
Okay, we have a question right here.
Sean, you said you were sent over by the little people. Who was that? Who is that?
Sean, you said you were sent over by the little people. Who are they? What are they?
My little leprechaun friends.
Any other questions this evening? Yes, you, sir. Hold on 1 moment and we'll bring a microphone to you.
I need it. Seamus, what kind of heart medication new medication was your dad on?
It's an experimental heart medication. I believe it's called Carvanex. I'm from America.
All right.
Did you have a follow-up, sir?
Yes, I did. Did it mix well with alcohol?
No, it's experimental, but the doctors told him not to mix it with alcohol. I didn't see him take a toast at night when we all toasted to the nursery. So I don't think there was any mixture.
All right.
Yes, you, ma'am. Right here, please. Microphone.
Seamus, what was your childhood like with your father? And did you have a lot of animosity?
I don't think I had a lot of animosity with my father. We did get in a fight the night before over this good-for-nothing, doesn't know nothing about nursery Rory over here. Everything he knows about plants, I had to teach him. I don't know why my father put him in charge of operations.
She asked about your childhood.
Oh. I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. Childhood? He was a good daddy.
Do we have any other questions in the audience this evening? Yes, you, ma'am, right here. If we can get a microphone, please.
Roy, were you aware of the contraband that's happening at the smuggling operation or whatever it was going on at the nursery?
Absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was being collected for the cause. Patrick and I, we had money and arms and documents and things that we were shipping back to Ireland. Sit down, big boy. Goofy leprechaun.
Yes,
I have
ma'am.
a question for Kathleen also.
Okay.
Kathleen, I believe in their questioning that you had said that you had drank a bottle of champagne with Patrick at the party. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I took a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses, and we actually finished the whole bottle for old time's sake.
Okay.
We both finished it off together.
And you and Roy were
Oh
together after
my.
the party, correct?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
You and Roy were together from 1:45 after the party, correct?
He came over to my flat about 1:15 a.m. and stayed until about 7:45 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
We had a lot to talk about.
We have another question right here, please.
This question is for Megan. You said you were in the parking lot between 2 and 3 a.m. in your car. What were you watching?
I saw Patrick's car pull in about 1:20, and 10 minutes later, a large truck entered the parking lot near the main greenhouse. For the next half hour, I watched crates loaded into the truck. No, I was very against the cause.
Very against the cause. That's interesting.
What cause are you talking about?
What is this cause? That seems to be the biggest question this evening. What is the cause? Rory, can you tell us what the cause is?
The support of the IFA, the Irish Freedom Army in Ireland.
Thank
The
you,
whole
Rory.
country, you goofy leprechaun.
We have one more question.
Sean, what is your political affiliation?
Lucky Charms.
Any other questions? One more.
Yeah, Rory, did he die and you put him in the pond?
I'm sorry?
Did he die of a heart seizure and you put him in the pond?
I don't know. I don't know how he died. It's a very sad tragedy.
Yes, we have one more question right here.
Who got out of the truck? And did you see anybody else there?
I did not see anybody in the truck. The only person I saw at the nursery that night was Patrick.
And, when you
And there
said-
was someone driving the truck, but I didn't see who it was.
And you said you left, what time, 3?
I fell asleep, but I woke up about 5:30.
One more question right here.
Kathleen, you said you had a relationship with Patrick?
I did.
You said, did you know about his heart condition?
I did.
Did you know that he was on medication?
I did.
And yet you drank a whole bottle of champagne with him?
He could drink alcohol as long as he didn't take his medication. I was on the assumption that he didn't take it that evening.
Okay, good question.
Megan, did you make the anonymous phone call to the police?
Yes, I did.
Good. Great question. Great question. We have about 2 more minutes. Anyone else have any questions? Yes, one in the back?
So Megan, when you woke up at 5:30 in your car, how did you discover the body in the pond?
At 5:30, I decided to snoop around and found Patrick's body in the pond. I called the police using my cell phone to report his death.
Okay.
Fiona, you stated that your family and Patrick's family had a feud in Ireland before Fiona. Your family and Patrick's family had a feud in Ireland before your marriage. So the two families pretty much hated each other, and yet you guys married. Are any of the other people here related to Fiona other than by marriage?
Not that I know of.
Good question. Very
I know
insightful.
nothing.
All right, we have enough time for 2 more questions. If anybody feels like they have the question that might help them. Yes. Okay. The party was planned by Patrick to be a 100-year celebration of the nursery. Unfortunately, he passed away, and now it's awake. Yes, right here.
What's your name?
Megan. Megan, why did you feel a need to make it anonymous? Why not?
Because of my position, I didn't want to give away why I was there.
Good question. Yes? Yes, one more right here.
Megan, are you law enforcement or a detective of some sort?
I am MI6.
Great questions. Right there, we're going to have to call an end to our open questioning. Everybody has just a brief moment to write your answers down on your answer sheets. Please be sure to write your names. And our lovely Lauren and our police officers will be happy to pick up your answer sheets. At this time, if you have any bids in the silent auction you would like to check on, please go check on those now and come directly back here.